Hello, comic book community. This is Comic Book Man. I'm starting off showing a stack of comic books. These will be error comic books that's got errors on them, and they're starting to be valuable, or not valuable, but getting more popular, should I say? With like the key comics or the blue chip comic books that are so expensive, like Amazing Spider-Man 15 or Action Comics #1 that nobody will ever be able to probably afford. Anyway, this is a good alternative to those expensive comic books because some of these error comic books are rare. Anyway, enough talking, and I'll start explaining them as I show them to you. All right. I don't know if you'd call this one rare or not. It's got a green label because it was signed when the CGC didn't witness it. That's not why that's why the green label's there. This recalled comic book, and it's called Dead Rabbit. And then it was recalled because, let's go ahead and read what it says. It was recalled due to the trademark infringement. I think what happened was there was a bar, something on the bar, or a bar called Dead Rabbit, and I understand they stole their design and without permission used the logo. So they recall them, but that I guess you wouldn't consider an error, but I put it in the category with my other ones anyway. But I don't think they're too rare, but there's not a lot of them out there because they try to destroy some of them. Anyway, there's that type of comic. It's a recalled. Okay. All right, this is a comic book. Let's go ahead and get a closer look at it. This is a blue label, which I don't understand CGC sometimes. This being a error comic book and being a blue label. You don't want a green label on comics on regular comics because it messes with the value. But on the error comic book, you want a green label because when you go on CGC website, you'd want to be able to able to see how many errors there are out there. But when they're blue, it just kind of blends in with your regular comics. But anyway, enough of that talk. But this is Magnus Robot Fighter number 57, and this is an error comic book, which they call it an error edition. That's what the CGC will call it sometimes. But anyway, if I can get in here, clear it up. It's manufactured with the first 4 wraps and 4 center wraps switched. So this is one that's got everything in there. Let me go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm losing the comic book. Let me go ahead and back up. It's got everything in there, but the order of the wraps is switched, which this one I don't think is as rare, but there's still not a whole lot of them out there. So pretty cheap comic book. Probably I think I might have paid $50 for it. It's not very expensive, but it's something that's rare than when you got your like X-Men. I think it was 92, whenever it was, or when they printed all the X-Men ones with all the different covers in the 90s. That's a lot rarer than that, of course. But anyway, that's another type of error. Let me just go ahead and put these on my chair right here. Okay. All right, the next one, this one is Marvel Rising, Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel #1. And this has got another blue label, which I don't understand. And there's 2 of these on the census, and I own both of them. Which I'm not saying that it's rare because you can probably find these not graded a little easier, but it's on the census, I own both of them. There's a 9.4 and 9.6, and I own both. Anyway, this is manufactured with the 46 missing and page 48 printed twice. That's the type I was talking about when you have to get some wraps that are printed twice. And you got your 9.6. Like I said, I have them on both of them, 9.4, but you probably can get them ungraded still. But I got the only 2. That's another type. Okay. And then finally, we'll get a green label. Okay, I'll go over this one with you. This is Legion of the Superheroes 37. It's got the green label, which I like it because, like I said, I can look this one up, and I don't think probably not even 10 of these on the census. I'm not sure. I should have went back and looked, but it is pretty rare. But anyway, let's go ahead and read. Let me go ahead and try to read this. It's manufactured with 5 and 6 wraps inserted twice, 7 to 8 wraps missing. So they were inserted twice and you're missing the other wraps. But, you know, some people might not like it because it's, you know, it's not complete because the wraps are printed twice in the mess store. But the collectability, though, there's not many of these out there. Legion of Superheroes 37 is what that one is. Okay, let me go ahead. We already seen these, 9496. I told you about those. And we already seen the Dead Rabbit. Okay, here's an interesting one. Another blue label, which I'll never understand again. I know I'm rambling on. This is Fantastic Four 232. And what's significant about this comic book, let me see if I can focus this on here till we can see it. This is the one where it has double interior. I mean, yeah, double interior. It was, I'm trying to get it to where the focus. I ain't doing a good job, am I? Focus. There it is. Manufactured with double interior. Okay. Anyway. That is very rare. But you see, I cannot tell. Like I said, I cannot tell how many they are of this comic book. I mean, it's a blue label. It does not make a bit of sense. Okay, here's another example. Okay, this is a green label. This is X-Men 50. And we know about it's got Onslaught on it. We know he's a pretty popular character. Speckle Fold Edition. What's significant about this, it's manufactured with interior bound upside down and backwards. So, if you turn it upside down and staple in, it's going to be backwards, of course. But the interior is upside down and backwards and stapled in, and the cover's fine. It's a 9.8 on the cover. Let's see, that's very rare, and I don't think there's many of these. There might be a couple, but it's very rare. What I'm talking about, rare. So that's another type of error. You see, there's all kinds of things you can collect, and I don't think this cost me a whole lot, maybe under $100. But like I said, people are getting wise to this, though. There's the cover. All right. Here is Punisher War Journal, number 30. It's got the green label, which I told you I like because I can tell how many is actually on the census. And this one was manufactured with a cover inside out and backwards. So this is the one, you remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I was talking about, which I will show it in a little bit, has the cover printed back on the wrong side, you know. Has the front and reversed and printed wrong. This one actually has the cover, and somebody turned it, I mean, when it was being printed, it was turned inside out and stapled inside out. Inside out and backwards. But anyway, this is a Punisher War Journal number 30. But show you what she looks like right there. And I won an auction with this, and I think it's an 8.0. It has not come back from eBay yet, but it's actually in a blue label. It's just like this one, which this one's 8.5, but that one's a blue label. I wish I had it when I was making this video. It's crazy, but there's not many of them out there, well, which I can't really tell as much when they put it on the blue label, but I don't think there's that many. Here's another one kind of like this Punisher War Journal. Here's another one. This is a different, this is actually a DC comic book. Legion of Superheroes 296. This one's manufactured with a cover inside out. And it's got the green label. This is a 8.0. See how it's all backwards, inside out and everything. This is the inside of the cover. That is weird. Okay. All right, we got another green label error. This is Symbiote Spider-Man number 3. Okay, this error is manufactured with the 4 through 7, route 4 through 7 from X-Force. It says a different comic book. X-Force number 9, 2013. FX story. So it's got part of X-Force number 9, 2019 in here, so it messes the story up. But this is Symbiote Spider-Man. So this is, I know, I checked this. This is the only one on the census. So green label is the only one. The only one, which that is, to me, is a rare comic. Okay. Here's the Guardian of the Galaxies. It's going to be similar to that Spider-Man one. Guardian Galaxy 53. And this one's manufactured with four center wraps of X-Men Adventures, Volume 2, number 9. Center 4 wraps missing, so that replaced the center 4 wraps of this. So this is X-Men Adventures, Volume 2, number 9. Part of the wraps on it, so it messes the story up. And this is a green label, which I said, I mean, there's not that many. They might be less than 10 on this, but I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of like the Spider-Man. This is the one I thought was cool about the X. This is JSA number 87. And let's see. What's significant about this comic book is, of course, this green label. It's 9.4. Let me get it focused. This is manufactured with interior wraps from multiple Marvel titles. That is awesome. This is a DC comic book. DC, and it's got multiple Marvel titles in the center of this. You got one on eBay right now that's bragging because you got it's a DC, I believe. I can't remember. I think it's DC on the outside. It's got a Marvel interior. They're bragging because it's got the 2 different ones from different grading, like Marvel and DC, outside interior DC, Marvel interior, and they're bragging about that. Look at this, outside DC with multiple Marvel titles, and they wanted $1 million for it. If I'm not mistaken, this is the only one on census. I don't know how much this thing would be worth, but it's got to be valuable anyway. Okay, that was a green label thing. See, I believe I have about all the different kinds you can think of, probably. This one is a green label. This is X-Men Manifest Destiny number 5. This is manufactured with interior of X-Men Spider-Man number 2, which there's a lot of copies, I believe. Not a whole lot, I mean, but you can get this pretty easy. I don't think there's as many graded ones, but you can get them pretty easy and ungraded. So I think there's a good many out here, but it's still rare. It's not as rare as my other ones, but you want to look too when you're buying these. You need to look them up on CG Census to see how rare they are, because some of them's not really that rare. I mean, they're rarer than regular, but there's what that one looks like. I think it's pretty cool. And there's not many of these. This one is kind of an old label. This is qualified signed. This was actually signed by Kevin Eastman. And this is, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, How to Draw Them, the title, number 1. It's got a little crack in here. I didn't know it had a crack when I bought this one, but it's still rare. Anyway, here's what it says about the comic. It's signed by Kevin Eastman, manufactured with yellow ink, without yellow ink on cover. That's an 8.5, which there's not many of these out there. It's still got a cracked case, but it's still rare. And that's another type. Now, this is the one I was telling you about. but it gets a blue label. This is the one we talked about, you know, how the covers were backwards, inside out, whatever. This cover's backwards. But it was printed that way. It was printed backwards. It's not inside out. This is the front of the cover. Let me go ahead and put this down so you can see. I'm sorry. That's the front of the cover, but it's backwards. That's the back cover. So it was printed backwards. And they thought this was pretty rare to start with. But there's a lot more of these out there than I thought. But I think there's like 11 signed, and I got 3 of these signed. I'll show some of them. And I think there's 30 something on the census, and I own probably about 15 of them, I believe. 3 or 4 of them signed. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. But let me show you what the comic looks like. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 2, 13. So it's the blue label, which I don't understand. Anyway, let me see. So there's one that was 9.4. There's a 9.4 signed by Kevin Eastman. Still backwards. Let me see. I see a signature on here. Where did he sign it at? Did he sign it on the back? Let's see. He might sign it on the back. Yeah. So I don't know what I couldn't find it. There is a signature. All right, that was signed by him. Here's another 9.4. This one's signed by him, but what I like about this, and also, you know, some autographs are rare, I guess you can say. He drawed Splinter on here. You know, you don't hardly see him sign Splinter on here. That's his little quick sketch, which I'm proud to have out. Here's another one. This is an 8.0 signature series. He drew the turtle head on there, which he's starting to do that a lot now, so it's not as rare. So there's that one. And here's a 9.8, which I'm proud to have. Perfect, almost perfect condition. It's not signed. Okay. And I have another 8.5, but I don't have it in here. Okay, now we're gonna get to the ones that you would say. This is a manufacturer. This is Bloodshot #1. It's got the custom label on it. It's manufacturer error. And what's unique about this, if you got a Bloodshot, which there's a lot of them out there, and I'm talking about the regular one. You see Bloodshot, this is full cover, Bloodshot's in the middle of it. But look, it's blank. You got the border, but it's missing. Which I think there's probably maybe 3 or 4 of these out there. There's not a whole lot of them. There's a lot of Bloodshot 1 printed, but as far as this error, this is very rare. I'm proud to have this one. Completely missing him. That is a rare. I think that was cool. It's got the custom label on here and everything. That's pretty cool. 9.4. That is cool. Okay, this is the one I'd probably say rarer than any comic book you'd see. Look at this. I actually don't know if there's anything on the inside because I bought this already graded. This is Batman #95, September 2020 when it was published. It's manufactured with blank cover. Blank outer cover, okay. So, okay, I should have read it a little closer. So the inside of it actually has the cover printed. So look at that. Is that not rare or what? Both sides blank. That was the only one on the census, and I'm very proud of that one. Okay. Bear with me. I'm kind of close to my laundry room. My comic book room is over there with all my comics, but I'm near the laundry room, so you're going to see some laundry stuff. But let me get this pile of comics right here. All right. Well, we've heard of Malibu and Image Comics. We've heard of them, and they printed a lot of comics. And I think this ferret, the ferret #1, is not that rare. But this is a die cut, and you see, but there's no die cut in here. See, it's perfectly square and everything all the way across. It's not die cut, of course. It's got a blue label. I don't understand that, but this is pretty rare. there's probably not but 4 of these actually out there, even though you say how I know. But I know I got a universal label, but there's not that many out there. You try to look it up on eBay, you will not find any of these. It looks like a normal comic, but what's wrong with it? Well, it's supposed to be die cut. On the edges right here, it's supposed to be like humps, like it's cut out like little squiggly humps. They hump out right there. It just cuts this and makes little curves all the way across the edge of the cover. It says perfectly straight and nothing's cut out. So that's a die cut error. There's no die cut in it, but anyway, that should be a green label, but it's manufactured without the die cut. It's a 9.6. So that is very rare. I think there's maybe 4 of them out there. I'm just guessing, but I don't think there's that many, though you can't really tell because universal label. All right, here's another one. I don't think there's many of these out here either. It might be 100 or something, but you can kind of, I got one that's not graded too. At least I got the green label. Nightmare on Elm Street, which is 9.8. Paranoid #3. Avatar Press. Okay. This is manufactured without die cut. It's a die cut without it being removed. Okay, you say it looks like a normal comic, you say. It's kind of hard to say. I know the lighting ain't great over here, but let's see if I can get some better lighting. Well, bear with me for a second. Let me try to get this out of the paper. Can you see it? Can we see a little better now? Let's see. I really can't see it lines, but anyway, it's supposed to be cuts in here. Cuts in the cover. Right there. You can kind of see it now. You see this glove? The black and white. That's supposed to be cut so you can see the next page where its claws from the next page showing through. But they never cut it out. So it's a die cut error. Okay. All right. Now then, we're going to go to my Dazzler comics. I know Dazzler is one of, that's what actually got me started collecting the errors. Is Dazzler. And I own 2 of these. Now Dazzler was the first direct market comic book, I believe, totally direct market without being a newsstand. Anyway, these are everywhere now, pretty much. This, I don't know if it's, would you consider rare or not. Anyway, this was just printed with pages 24 and 25 without color. So this is really what got me started collecting Harry comics. I thought that was pretty neat. But there's a lot of them out there, I believe. But I got 2 of them. I got it signed by DeFalco. Anyway, and I got a regular one, which is cracked, a 9.6, but I got to get it reholdered. And my last era, I know this has been a long video, is the one I was telling about how CGC messes up everything. See, these labels are totally mixed up. All right. Let's see. This is supposed to be the regular edition. Let me see. Then you got this one. Clayton Train. Oh, yeah. You see it's mixed up. This one, it says the Virgin, but this is the regular edition. That's not the Virgin edition. See, they got it mixed up, but I got the label. They're one after another. 7002, 7001, 7003. But anyway, these 2 are mixed up. This is supposed to be the Virgin, and that one's supposed to be the regular edition. This one, I think this is the only one that was right. Let's see. Negative edition. Yeah, this is the only one that got right. You see how they messed the labels up? This one is right, and these 2 got messed up. They were all graded together, but I can send them in. But that's another error. But people think that's worth something, but it's not. But I thank you for watching my video, and I know it's been long. Well, I'll be trying to get more content out, telling you how to bid on auctions and all that stuff to show you secrets and getting a good price. But you might, like I said, let's sum this up. Try to collect error and double cover comic books. Actually, I didn't show really any double cover ones. Nope. But in my next video, I'll do a quick one, show you some of the double cover ones I have. But anyway, I thank you for watching my channel, and please, if you like the video, or give me some comments to help me out, subscribe too, and I'll deeply appreciate it. Thank you.